gotta face this.
Again, Father. I don't want to face it.
Some members of the Catholic Church may be unhappy to learn that Sleepers is the #1 movie again. The film, which some Catholic leaders accuse of distorting a real-life incident involving a priest, earned another $9.5 million for first place at the box office. Dennis Michael reports the film's co-stars did their best to make the film authentic.
Hot town, summer in the city. Mid-60s Hell's Kitchen, New York is a central location to the film Sleepers. To make that part of the film real, the actors had to incorporate the mood and the sound of that part of the city.
I'm from New York, and that area, although, you know, Hell's Kitchen, even when I was growing up, certainly wasn't, you know, what it was back then. And I know a lot of those type, you know, people. But it was interesting because even drivers on the movie and things like that were very aware of this time period. It would be interesting hearing little stories and little bits that you just pop in the back of your head.
English actress Minnie made a field trip out of her research.
I was in New York that summer before we started shooting, and wandering around Hell's Kitchen, there are any number of people who want to tell you stories about what went down in the old days, you know, and amazing stories.
Of course, Minnie Driver wasn't just learning backstory. She was busy picking up a new accent.
Don't you guys have to go out and shoot somebody?
It's another facet to this business. I mean, you've got to, if you want to play different people from different cultures, we're going to have to speak like them.
Working even harder was Jason Patric, who not only had to focus in on the Hell's Kitchen dialect, but also had to match the young actor who plays his character.
You guys are supposed to eat hot dogs, not wagon.
The boy who plays me as you know, as a youngster actually has quite a thick accent, so it was actually thicker than I planned on going with. But to make it realistic, I thought that I would build mine up a little bit, you know, and it would change because it would mellow through, you know, his education and his life experience. But it was necessary. So I spent time with the boy, Joe, and his movements and his vocal patterns and things like that, and just tried to incorporate it into my performance.
Patrick says he is too close to judge how well he matched young Joe Perino, but he says he's received good reviews from the experts.
His parents think that we look, you know, very much alike, and he think that I'm an older version of him, which I, you know, tell them, you know, not to get too attached to.
The film may be called Sleepers, but the artists behind the picture were awake to subtleties that make the film work. Dennis Michael, CNN Entertainment News, Hollywood.